Good morning, everybody. Another box. More shop supplies. And I don't know why they all didn't come yesterday like they were supposed to. Two of them were delayed and said today. And that'll be the last two for the year, I do believe. First one is sort of a supply, sort of a tool. I need one of these once in a great while. And I had one. It was one from the Harbor Freight store, but it was the probably 10 year ago Harbor Freight one. You know, one thing about Harbor Freight, some of the quality on some of their tools have went way up over the last several years. Some of it's still junk, but some of it's good stuff. We know it's all made in China. Everything's made in China. I don't know if there's one of these tool like this made in the US anymore. If there is, you probably can't afford it. But anyway, that one I had, I finally located a battery for it. My son had one, and come to find out it didn't work. It really never did work. That's so cheap. But this one, not very expensive, less than $20. So I'm gonna give it a try. And like I said, it's one of them things I'll need once in a while. But when you need it, you need it. Right? Alright, cool little carrying case. Directions, which I won't have to read because I'm not real good with electrical stuff. Let's take a look at it. Batteries come with it. How about that? About the same size as the other one I had. Maybe it'll be easier to figure out. I'll get Stump over here and get him to show me how. He's an electrical wizard. He knows all about this kind of stuff. Or Big Brother Larry, if he knows about all that kind of stuff too. We can get him back over here. Where you at, Larry? Let's see, there's the leads. I do have another set of leads. I bet you'll work. Hang on, I'm right here. Deluxe test leads. Who gave me these? I think Stump gave me these too. They might fit that. If they do, that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, that's one supply. See, let's put that right in there so I don't lose it. Because mainly what I need this for, I really could have used a good one when I was working on the old Wallace 4. The way I could tell if a wire was hot is touch it on something, you know, and make it spark, which is not the ideal thing to do. Well, alright, Ricky, put the batteries in there too, or I'll never find them again. Have y'all seen the price of batteries in the stores? My goodness. Now this one, I have got in trouble several times for Mama, especially. Some of y'all, and y'all are right, I said, why don't you wear your respirator more? Well, that's another Harbor Freight tool. The one I had, the straps broke on it. The filters were wore out, and you cannot get filters for that thing. Well, I can't find them anyway. So we have here a new respirator. Excuse me, dang it. See, I'm coughing more now because I really need to use this thing. And it comes with handy dandy safety goggles. And that's a good set there. Oh, filters. That's the soft filters. And there's the mask itself, and the straps look to be elastic type stuff. And the other ones was plastic. I had to put all this together, but I was a chemical specialist in the Army, so I know how to put a mask together. It's not a gas mask, it's a protective mask. And there's the filter cartridges. These go in, as long as you keep your outer cartridges, covers, filters clean and change them ever so often, these will last a long, long time. And this one is rated for welders, painters, certain chemical type spray. I assume like bug spray, stuff like that. I mean, they're not battlefield stuff, but for what I need it for, especially grinding metal, it'll work just fine. And cutting steel, that kind of thing. So I'll put that together and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And we might as well keep these. Everything I get like this, I do that. Because 6 months from now, I won't be able to tell you when I got it. Alright, I'll put that together in a little bit. Still cold. It was 27 degrees on the back porch this morning at daylight. I got the heat on out here trying to get it warmed up in the shop. It'll warm up some today, but I'll get it warmed up so I can do a little bit more work. I have a couple more days of work to do by the end of the week, and I'll get it done. We'll get a bunch of it done today. The 12 piece knife set right there is almost done. I got to get the block finished up. Ain't that pretty? Cherry wood handles. That is just all high polished too now. I ain't never high polished 12 knives at one time. That takes a while. Took 2 days. But, anyway, that is the shop supplies for today. Find a good spot in the toolbox for this. The last talking from the shop. Some people, I think, misunderstood what I was saying. I'm not bummed out and all that kind of stuff. I just think out loud sometimes when maybe I shouldn't. I'm just trying to figure out new ways to reach people, different ideas on how to pick business up a little bit for next year. And my buddy Tango had a bunch of good ideas. And I'm going to try to use some of those. I just got to get this work finished. I got to get through my little shop shutdown and get everything cleaned up and fixed up and make up at least one run to the dump. That'll be after Christmas. And then I can sit down and have nothing else to think about but that. This weekend we have they're predicting an ice storm here for us. Snow or an ice storm. Now, snow is not all that uncommon here. Not much. We don't get much. Just a little dust or a few flakes. But it's fun for us because we never get to see it. The ice storm, however, I've only seen one of those here, and that was in 2014. And let me tell you what, there was icicles a foot long hanging off the house, hanging off the trees, sagging power lines. Some power lines in the older parts of the county, where they don't keep them up as well, collapsed under the ice. Excuse me, and that was something else. And there's possibility of one of those this weekend, Christmas weekend. So, maybe not, but it's another reason why I don't get what I want to get done now, done. Because if it gets one of those again, I'm not going to come out here. I'm going to stay in the house where it's warm, easier to warm, put it that way. All right, I'll show y'all some a little bit of progress on this knife set a little later on today, and I'll put this thing together before I go to grinding anything else, and I'll show you that. There we go. How's it look? I like these goggles in this setup. I know y'all can't understand what I'm saying, but safety goggles don't fog up, so I wear them. I'm smiling, y'all just can't see me. Okay, before I go in, my other two supplies wandered in here. Let's see what we got here. Now, this is my day off, so I'm not giving it all day. I'm just gonna work a little more than half a day and I'm going. Buffing wheels. The ones that's on one of the buffers just wore out. So we'll be changing those next week or so when I get doing all the shop cleaning. Them there. This one I forgot what it was, so I went ahead and opened it here. Now this is not really supplies. This is Merry Christmas to me. These are for the boat. I was going to put LED strip lights in it, but I kept looking around and I found these. That I think are going to be easier and better to put in. These are green. I think 3 will cover the interior of the boat and have an extra one to go in one of the, probably in the rod holder box. Now these have to be wired in, but shouldn't be no big deal. I got wire left from my last wiring project. So there we go. I think that is all I got coming in the mail this year. If I run across any more supplies I need, I'll just have to make me a list when we do the shop cleaning and pick those up later. Pardon me. Oh, God, I'm tired. I'm going in. So getting later in the day anyway. It's getting cold again. Alright, that'll do it. Thank y'all very much for watching. We'll have some more interesting videos up soon. And I will see y'all then.